Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My channel is all about cats and kittens and rescue. I just say kitties. I just call them all kitties because I have cats and kittens and quite a bit. Right now I only have 2 rescue kitties in my home that were feral that I'm socializing. And I can't show them to you right now because they were started out in the kitty condo. This is the kitty condo. This is where my kitties start. And there's my little towel my mom got me. Anyways, this is the kitty condo. And the kitty condo is where all the feral kitties first go when they come in. And I'll be teaching all about that when I get a feral kitten. And I don't have any new feral kittens in my home right now. I do have in my home 10 cats that are, 8 of them are mine and 2 of them are my nephews. My nephew lives with me. And I have 2 rescues right now, which are feral, that are getting socialized, and maybe in a month or so, they'll be ready for adoption. They came to me completely feral, completely wild, at about 5 months old. And, what's wrong, Coco? And then, yeah, they just take a little longer to socialize when they're older. This is Coco. As I do my videos, I'm going to introduce you to my kitties. And this is Coco. Coco is a Sokoke cat. S-O-K-O-K-E. Sokoke cat. Coco was trapped this last summer, and he was a kitten. And Coco is very, very rare. Apparently, there's only 100 left in the world of the Sokoke cat. When I knew that the first time I seen this guy when he was wild and he came to my home, I knew he was different. I thought, why is that kitty so different? He looks different. His coloring looks different. He just had a very unique look to him. So then I did a Google picture, and right when I did the Google picture and it came up Sokoke cat, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, okay. And when I learned that there's only apparently 100 left in the world, I thought, wow, how? But I do know that Coco's father was a Sokoke cat, and I do know that Coco's mom was a regular brown tabby. So obviously Coco takes after his father's traits, his father's genes. Sokoke cats are very, very unique cats. They are different than a normal domestic house cat. Their characteristics are and everything, but they got very good characteristics of them, and they're a very nice cat, very smart, very lovable, as you can see. They're very vocal, very, very vocal. Their colors are beautiful. If you see his markings, he's just gorgeous. And I actually have Coco's younger brother, because there was 4 of these kittens trapped last summer of the Sokoke cats, and 2 were female, and they've been off and adopted. And we got Coco here, and then we got Sokoke, which is Coco's brother. Now, Sokoke is not as socialized and tame as Coco. Sokoke is a little younger, and he, I'll show him to you in a minute. He it's just taking a little more time to completely socialize. I mean, I can pick him up and pet him and that, but he's not like this guy. This guy's just a cuddle bum. And they get very attached to their owners. So that's Coco. What I also want to talk about is how many kitties I have in my house and why, and how I managed to do my rescue and have so many kitties come through my door and come into my home, and I love on them and take care of them, make sure they're healthy, get them vetted if they needed vetted. And a lot of times they've been out for a very long time, sometimes 2 years, and so they had been owned at one time, so it takes them a bit of time to accept human and love again. And it doesn't take long with those kitties. Those what I call stray. Feral kitten is different and a feral cat. The difference between a stray and a feral. A stray is a kitty that was owned at one time and somehow has been displaced from its owners and its home. So that's a stray. And a stray is friendly. They're hard sometimes when they get out in the wild and they don't have a home anymore. They go into almost to a feral, but not quite a feral. So once they're trapped and brought in, because they were socialized as a kitten, then that doesn't take them long to accept humans again in love and touch and how to live in a home. So they come around quite quickly. And I will go through that when I have a kitty like that comes in. I'm actually getting a kitty on Wednesday. And this kitty I'm getting on Wednesday, I believe, is a stray, which I'm talking about. And the kitty that I'm getting on Wednesday was saved from almost drowning in a very cold pool because we're in the middle of winter here. We got asked from another rescue if we could take this particular kitty that's coming Wednesday because they're full and they don't have no room for it. So the rescue's going to take the kitty to the vet before the kitty comes here on Wednesday, and I will show the kitty and we'll see how friendly, and I'll show the steps how I will take care of this kitty and bring it into my home and getting it used to my home, my other kitties, in the interacting with the other kitties, so I don't have no problems. I don't usually have any problems with bringing in kitties. My cats are very used to it. They're used to rescues and kitties coming and going. They've just adapted. The kitty you see behind me right now is my silver Bengal, Maui. And he was a rescue as well. Yeah. That's Maui. That's my silver Bengal. I'll show him another time. He's busy right now. So what I wanted to talk to about is when you are rescuing, first thing you got to get in your head is you can't keep them all. You are going to love every single one of them that comes in your door. You're going to want to keep them, and you can't. You got to realize you can't. Because if you do, you can't be successful in rescue. You have to learn that you're just their first step in rescue, their first journey in rescue, and that you're there for the time that they need, and then they move on to the next journey, which is the adoption process. And you say goodbye. And it's not easy, especially when I first started. It was not easy to let them go. I have had approximately 300 cats and kittens come through my door over the last 8 years that I've been brought in for rescue. So if I wasn't able to let them go and on their journey, then I wouldn't have been able to rescue that many and ongoing. So that's a really tip I would like to tell people, is that when you're rescuing, you gotta put your foot down with yourself and realize that they do have to move on eventually. The kitties I have kept, there's a reason why, and I am at my limit. I will not be keeping any more kitties. But I do have very special ones here, and there's a reason why they stayed. And I'll go through that, and I'll introduce each kitty.